Hey guys, RC here. Wanted to do a little public service video for Skyrim and Skyrim Special Edition today when it comes to mods. If you're like me, mods make Skyrim eminently more playable and replayable. It makes certain things much easier, and it makes some things it just reworks the whole game to make it better. And one of the things initially we have, we had Skyrim Nexus for the vanilla version of Skyrim, and now they have a new Nexus, but for the special edition. And each one has its own. Well, actually, let me reopen my mod manager. So when you open your mod manager, you'll have the vanilla edition and the special edition. And what we're finding is a lot of the older mods have not been updated for special edition. However, now I can't guarantee this will work for everything. Can't guarantee that. Uh, in fact, you may have already seen my other video on how to get Sky UI to work with Special Edition. I didn't come up with that, somebody else did. But it got me thinking. I was working on a build and I was using Conjuration, and I said, you know what, I really like the idea of the wolf over, and the animal over the Atronachs and the undead, the zombies. But there's nothing in the game. So I did a search here, and on Special Edition, there is this mod called Druid Conjuration, which basically adds a plethora of new type of um, druid style familiars for you. So you can see here they're broken down based on the level. And of course, this would be easy because you would just download it with Mod Manager. It would come right into your special edition and it would show up. But what do you do if you have a, like Sky UI where it's not there? Well, I wanted to try another mod that's on Nexus but is not released for special edition. And I came across this one called Enhanced Familiars. And if we read into it, basically what it does is it adds the ability to craft a conjuration necklace. And you still cast the spell the same way using Summon Familiar, but you can change out the necklace that you have, and so you could have mud crabs, dogs, spiders, charuses, the wolf, a goat. In fact, right here it says if you go with just the base, then at the early levels you get a goat. At level 7 and 12, you get the wolf, the standard wolf with buffed stats. 13 to 18 is a saber cat, and 19 and above, it takes the form of a bear. Now, with this patch, this 1.5 NCC, what it actually does is you craft the necklace. And so even at level 45 or level 19 and above, if you still want a wolf, you wear the wolf necklace, but it would be level 45. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. Now, I thought this was a neat looking mod. I wanted to try it. Now, what you cannot do is you cannot download it with Mod Manager because it's vanilla. So instead of going into Special Edition, it would open your vanilla and put it there, not here. So what you have to do is you have to download this manually, open it up, and you're going to input it here. Now I have Skyrim on Steam. So, and I have it saved to my D drive. So we're going to go to D or C drive if that's where you have it. Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, Special Edition, Data, and then in the data you can see all my mods down here that I have. Okay, uh, and right, where did it go? All right, there's that Druid conjuration that I showed you that was on special edition. But here's the enhanced familiars right here, and that's this one from vanilla. So you open it, and you just pull, drag and drop into this file, and it sets up. Now, what you have to do at that point is go into your mod manager, find your magic spells and enchantments. Nope, that's not it. Version. Let's see, what was it called? Enhanced familiars. Well, you have to find where it's at. I thought it was under magic, but maybe not. Oh, you know what? It's going to be under unassigned is where it is, I think. Nope, that's Sky UI. Oh, you know what? Because it's not a, it's scratch that whole last part. It's not going to appear in here. It's going to only appear in your plugins, and it is down here because I just installed it, but it will not be checked off. So you have to manually check that, and it will turn it on. So once that's done, it will be active in your game. Now, what does it look like? Well, let's go into the game, and I am going to the forge. I don't want to talk to those guys at the gate right now. We'll come the back way. And what this does is when you go to, you don't have to take smithing as a skill. You don't have to perk it up. But here in jewelry, now you can see we have all of these amulets. And what they take is a spell tome of conjure familiar, so you have to buy that from one of the conjuration instructor or find it, but these do replenish, so you'll need a tome for each one, and then each one needs additional animal parts depending on what you're doing. So the bear, you can see, needs bear claws and a bear pelt. The dog needs dog meat. The frostbite spider needs frostbite venom. A goat needs a leg of goat and a goat hide. Mud crab chitin. So those are things that you'll have to gather either through an alchemy salesperson or find an animal in the wild and kill it and make the amulet. Now, what does that do? Well, I have actually made, if we look into my inventory, I have made 2 of these or 3 of these. So I have a dog, a goat, and a wolf. Now, I'm going to equip. Now, the only problem with this is it does take the necklace spot. If you put another necklace on, it deselects it. Now, you do not have to keep the amulet on after you perform the summons, but it could lead to a lot of necklace switching if you don't, and if you, that could be an issue or it might not be. But let's come back over here, and I'm going to just pull up my regular conjure familiar spell. Okay, and again, let's take a look at the magic under conjuration. That is the only spell showing up. Now watch this. I'm going to do Flame Atronach. All right, Atronach is still completely different. Okay, so it's the only thing is the familiar spell. All right, so let's unselect him. We're going to go to Conjure Familiar. Now keep in mind we have the dog selected. And if we take a look, there's our dog. Now, what happens if I don't want the dog? Well, I can select my amulet of goat. Now your goat will still fight for you. What if I don't want the goat? Well, I have the wolf, and now we have the standard looking wolf. Now, again, keep in mind on this mod, the wolf is beefed up because it's a higher level, level 6 to 12. Um, that's in the standard version of the mod, but with the 1.55, you do get the ability to cast anyone you want. So you can keep the wolf, at least I think that's how I'm reading this, all the way through the game, and it beefs up based on your level. Okay, I believe that's how I. Let's see. There have been requests having a wolf only version, so I've added amulets to force a specific form of the 8 familiars. So then you can do whatever you want. Now, if you're not wearing the amulet, if you forget to put the amulet on when you summon it, okay, it will still throw the wolf, but it will be the default wolf, which is the low end level 1 to 6 familiar. So you want to make sure you have your amulets equipped if you use this mod. But I wanted you to see that the mod is still working in Special Edition, even though it's not updated for Special Edition. Also, I mentioned the other video, we do have Sky UI in here. So you have the Sky UI tables, uh, even though we do not have SKSE because that has not been updated for Special Edition as of yet. Now, there are a few things in here that don't work right, such as, let's see, one of the things I noticed, and this is getting off topic, but like sorting by skill level, you notice usually that would show all your novice, then adept, apprentice, then adept. That is not sortable. However, that one sorts. Not sure why. And this one does sort alphabetically. So not sure why that is not working the right way. But that's one of the new, little glitches. But to have this rather than the standard tables in vanilla without Sky UI, much better. So I wanted you to see that sometimes you can get a mod to work. Again, the only difference is you have to download it manually and then copy it into your Skyrim data folder and then activate it through your mod manager. Just tick the box and you might be able to play with some of the older mods that you like even if they have not been updated. Again, I cannot guarantee that they will all work, but I have tried it on a couple now and it has worked. Sky UI and the enhanced familiars are two that I just pointed out, and you could see they were both working, at least to some extent, in the game. Haven't experienced any crashes. I've done 2 builds within Special Edition with Sky UI installed. So maybe that'll help you out. I certainly hope so. Thanks for watching, and get back out into Tamriel. Thanks a lot.